Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dhwani from Storyscape Studio and I'm back this week again with the short story series by Storyscape Studio. So this week I'm going to be continuing with the Dashavatar series and I'm going to be talking about the fifth avatar of Vishnu, which is the Vaaman avatar. So without wasting any time, let's move on into the video. So guys, I'm going to be talking about the fifth avatar of Vishnu, which is the Vaaman avatar, or actually Vishnu as a dwarf on earth. Previously, all the other avatars of Vishnu were either animal or half animal and half man, never a proper full human. But this was the first time that he was born on earth as a human. So let's move on into the story. So our story starts with King Bali, or King Mahabali as he is known in most parts of India. King Bali was actually the grandson of Prahlad. If you remember my previous story, Prahlad was one of the biggest devotees of Lord Vishnu. And like his grandfather, King Bali was also one of the biggest devotees of Lord Vishnu during his time on earth. King Bali was also truthful, honest, and a great king. He ruled all his subjects with a just and truthful hand. The people in his kingdom were very happy and they loved him. But King Bali was surrounded by different asurs who, because of the power that they got because of King Bali's rule, became hot-headed and started misusing their powers. King Bali too slowly became little arrogant. The power that he got, he did not misuse them, but the power that he got actually made him more egoistic. He thought that he is basically the ruler of everybody. Though he still was a devotee of Vishnu, his ego got to him. Soon there was imbalance in the world. The King Bali also became more powerful than the Devas, and the Devas got scared of this. They went to Vishnu for help. Vishnu refused to help the Devas. He could not fight with one of his biggest devotees, and especially a devotee who was actually generous and kind at heart. But Vishnu also realized the problem of the Devas and the imbalance that was created in the world. Hence he took the avatar of Vaaman, which is a dwarf. King Bali, meanwhile, was actually preparing for the Ashwamedh Yagna. This Yagna would then prove his superiority in the entire world. After the Yagna, it's customary for the king to donate gifts to his subjects and anyone who is present in the court. At this time, after the Ashwamedh Yagna, Vaaman avatar approached King Bali shyly. King Bali looked at Vaaman avatar and asked him what he wanted. Whatever he wanted would be fulfilled. King Bali's advisors and his biggest advisor was Guru Shukracharya, who saw who Vaaman avatar was and immediately realized that is no normal sage. It's actually Vishnu. He tried to warn Bali to not fall into the trap and not give him any boon. But King Bali was egoistic. He thought he could give his subjects everything because he had that power. And he asked Vaaman avatar for anything he wanted. Vaaman avatar shyly asked for only 3 steps of land to claim as his own. King Bali laughed out loud at that. He was wondering, a small dwarf with just 3 steps of land, what is that going to do? King Bali asked him to ask for more. His kingdom was huge. He can ask for as much land as he wants. But Vaaman avatar refused. He said he's happy with just 3 steps of land. King Bali, in his arrogance and ego, agreed immediately. But that was a big mistake. As soon as he agreed and promised to give Vaaman avatar 3 steps of land, in front of his eyes, Vaaman avatar grew in size. In seconds, he outgrew him and his entire kingdom and the earth. He could not see where Vaaman avatar was anymore. He was that huge. He took the first step and covered the entire space and heaven, claiming it as his own. He took the second step and claimed the earth and the netherlands below. Looking at this, King Bali realized that this is nobody else but his own Lord Vishnu, who's come to test him. He immediately folded his hands and went down on his knees and begged Lord Vishnu for forgiveness. He realized his folly. He thought that the entire world was his, and hence he could give it away to anybody at any women fancy. Lord Vishnu had come not to kill Bali, but to kill his ego. In a way, he was granting Bali a boon. King Bali then requested Lord Vishnu to place the third step on his own head and hence claim Bali as well as his own. Lord Vishnu was very happy with this response. He loved his own devotee and he loved King Bali because he was one of his biggest devotees. But Lord Vishnu wanted to give King Bali more. Before he placed the third step, he asked King Bali for a boon, any boon that he would want Lord Vishnu to fulfill. King Bali in his last moments asked Lord Vishnu that he loved his subjects dearly and all his people in this kingdom also loved him. They were not happy to see their king go. And hence Lord Bali requested Vishnu to come every year to just look over his kingdom, his subjects, and make sure that they are happy. Lord Vishnu agreed immediately. After Lord Vishnu pushed him to the Netherlands, he also crowned him as the king of Sutal. Sutal is known to be equal to Swarg. And in this way, Lord Vishnu in fact blessed his devotee instead of killing him. He also vowed to protect King Bali's kingdom from any harm. So guys, if you notice since the past few stories, there has always been a moral to each story. Each story has led to some discovery of human nature, of humankind, and a lesson for all of us. So this story basically tells us that you should never let power get to you in your head. So while we all grow powerful in our respective fields, we should not forget the responsibility that we have towards our society, towards the nature, and towards the environment that we live in. And this has been present right from the dawn of time. This story of King Bali and Vishnu is nothing but that. Lord Vishnu did not come on earth to kill King Bali, but to kill his ego. And I think it's very important to kill the ego within all of us to live a very happy and peaceful life, to live a content life. Time for a little fun fact, guys. So did you guys know that the boon that King Bali asked from Lord Vishnu, that is to come and visit his subjects and his kingdom once a year, is actually celebrated as the festival of Onam. It is said that during the festival of Onam, which generally happens during the harvest time, King Bali actually comes to earth and visits his subjects and is worshipped by his subjects and his kingdom, so as to make sure that the next year goes on smoothly. And this festival is celebrated with great joy and love by all the people because they really think that their loving King Bali has actually returned on earth on this one day. So that's it for this time, guys. I hope you guys liked my video. Please do like, comment and share with your friends and family. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the bell icon to not miss any of my updates. Also follow me on Instagram under the name of Storyscape_Studio. I'll be back again next week with another interesting story. So stay tuned, stay safe. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.